Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue on with the course and move into the topic of employee handbooks. We're going to talk about their issuance and how you want to update them and when you should update them. And I want to point out that this employee handbook can be a very, very valuable communication resource, but not just for your staff and your employees, but also for the company and the human resources department in particular. They do provide us with guidance and information related to our employer's mission and values, maybe the history, sometimes the policies, procedures, SOPs, and benefits, and it does that in a very concise written format. That's why they are so popular. And during the more challenging times of being an employer, they can serve as a means of protecting us against either discrimination types of lawsuits or unfair treatment claims, things of that nature. Now, we can't be overconfident. It's not like having a bulletproof vest, but it's definitely one piece of the puzzle when you're looking at protection mechanisms for the litigious society that we live in. One thing cool is that they're pretty easily accessible. Most people will get them, sign for them, and it'll always be in their office or their briefcase or something like that. In addition to the things we talked about up there in number 2, they're also a very accessible reminder of the expectations that their management team has of them. So the employee handbook cannot be overestimated as far as its value is concerned. That being said, they do not replace policies, SOPs, and procedures. They complement those things. So what I need you to do is make sure that you require all of your new hires to provide a written acknowledgement of having them receive their handbook. And what we've learned in the past is that you should have a separate form for that acknowledgement. You don't want to make it the last page of the book because then it's forgotten, it's not taken seriously enough, and there have been some legal challenges to that in the court of law. So make sure you have it as a separate document and make sure that every employee has their signed acknowledgement kept in their personnel file. That way you can always establish that you had the person read, understand, and acknowledge receipt of the information contained in that employee handbook. And again, make sure you do not replace, at least in your mind's eye, or think that this thing can be construed as an employee agreement or a contract, which may affect the employment at will status if it does. So once the employee handbook is created and it has been approved by all of the operational departments, make sure that it is reviewed by your employer's legal department.